Sorry about that, folks. Had to flip the camera over, but welcome, good morning, and welcome to this live. That's right, live channel update. It is about 7:09. I don't think you can really see that well. 7:10 in the morning on this Monday, August 21st, 2017, the day of the total solar eclipse, which we haven't had in a long time, even though some of the country like us are not going to get all of it. First of all, welcome and thank you all for watching this morning. But as you could tell, just like the thing says, this is a live update. It's a live update. The reason is because today things are starting to slowly get back to normal. Yeah, things are back to normal in a sense. And what I mean by that is my mom is back at work today. And for this occasion, not because it's the solar eclipse, but because of that occasion, I took the day off. I basically, at my job, we have what's known as PTO, paid time off. And if we let them know well in advance, probably by a couple of weeks, we're able to get the day off. In other words, if we're able to let them know, well in advance that, oh, you're going to take today off. I'm going to take a certain day off and everything. They will give us that day off. They will say, okay, fine, you got it. And what's funny is they will pay you for that day. The reason being is because you've accumulated so many hours working, whether it's sick hours, personal hours, whatever. A lot of associates and employees have accumulated many hours to the point that the company has decided that instead of always doing overtime pay, that they were going to allow the associates to use that pay that they have, or those hours that they accumulate over time, just by working and all that, and not taking any days off or anything, or any sick leave. They were going to allow us to accumulate that up and use that for our own personal reasons. Today, for me, is one of those reasons, because even though I've had a little bit more time to myself during the summer than I imagined, it still felt a little strange, because I knew at any time my my scheduling could get interrupted. In other words, I never knew what was going to happen, when it was going to happen, stuff like that. So that's why I did and still will be doing videos during lunch breaks and all that at my job, if I'm not resting my head and sleeping, because believe it or not, I've been doing a lot of that over the past couple of days. Over the past couple of weeks, I've been a little tired, I'll rest. A lot of people in my job do that. But the point is, the point I'm trying to make is, I'm gonna give me some coffee here in a moment. But the point I'm making is, a couple weeks ago, I asked for this day off. I think about a couple weeks or a month ago, I asked for this day off because when my mom told me when she was going back to work, I looked at that as an opportunity to try to get the day to myself, so that I wouldn't have to, so I could have at least a majority of the day. Now, like I said, I'm not saying I didn't have a lot of time to myself before. There have been several times where I've had just as long amount of days to myself during the summer, but those were unexpected. You see, sometimes my mom would go over to my older sisters after church, and she would visit for a little bit, and then we would leave. over the past couple weeks, I haven't gone to church, but I've watched it online, in which which I will admit is not as good as being there physically. My mom would go again to my older sister's, but she would stay there for for a little bit more than several hours. She'd even do it on a Saturday. She'd go over to my older sister's because she had to take care of something, and I would take the bus home, and she would stay there for most of the day, and maybe even go to an event or something like that with them that she didn't expect. But it's like she told me. The one thing she told me was, she's not going to have much of a vacation, and this is as much as she can do. So that's what she did. She basically, at times, would take certain days and, spend them with my sisters or my niece. Heck, one day she went to the beach, about a few miles away from several miles away from Monterey. Can't think of the name right now. It's Capatua or something like that. It's several miles away from Monterey. She went there with my niece and my second older sister to spend the day with the kids. So she went there because, again, like she told me, she's not getting much of a date, or she's not getting much of a vacation, and she's going to take advantage of that. Same thing when we went to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. Financially, we really couldn't afford it, but we went because it was my nephew's 10th birthday, and you only turn 10 once in a lifetime. So we decided, okay, we'll take advantage of that, and we will go. And that's what we did. I mean, yeah, I did pay for her way in. But like I said, we decided, okay, we'll go. Oh, even though financially we couldn't really afford it. But the reason we went is because my second older sister was accumulating all the money that me, my older sister, would give her, along with the money she had, and she would use it to buy us a special pass into the park so we can go on the rides, have food, stuff like that. So, yeah, besides a few days out of here, I would say on average, I'd say possibly, I gotta look back on my YouTube channel, I would have to say possibly maybe 3, 4, 6 at the most. Maybe I've lost count, but I know it wasn't 10. If it was 10, then that would be a lot. But I think it's been about 6 or so days during the summer I've had to myself, but it's been out of convenience or inconvenience. In other words, basically it's more like it was more of a convenience, like it just happened conveniently. Like this happened or this happened, and it just worked out. So, yeah, I was able to finally have some days to myself during the summer, even though it wasn't the entire summer, which I'm thanking God for, because yes, my mom does need a break too, so I can't argue with that. But the thing is, I didn't really have much of a break, like from beginning to end. Where I can talk, do what I'm doing now, and it's not even 7:20 in the morning. It's not even 7:30 yet. I can finally do this, and I don't have to worry about her coming out of her room saying, "Brian, what are you doing up? Why are you doing videos up? Go back to bed," or something like that. I can finally be able to do that. Now, honestly though, this is her first week or first 2 weeks back. It'll be her first 2 weeks back. And during this time, they usually have about trainings, house visitations, health fairs, stuff like that. So I don't know exactly what time she's going to be home. See, that's the only problem. I don't know what time she's going to be home. And here's the thing. I want you to look here. See, she puts this foil here because our cat likes to try to get on the furniture. The reason our cat likes to do that is lately we've been keeping her in the house more so in the garage because of the fact that it's been hot around here, and we don't want her to get suffocated or anything like that, so we keep her in the house. Another thing is my mom took her bird here, put him in her room or in her bathroom, in her master bedroom, and left him there because honestly, easy for me to say right now, honestly, she thought I was going to be at work. But again, that goes back to what I'm talking about. The fact is, I didn't tell her. She didn't ask. For all she knows, I could just be going to work for a couple of hours because realistically, if they wanted to, they could have me do 10 to 3 today. Oh wait, not 10 to 3, 10 to 2 today, and it would be believable. To my mom, it would be believable because then I'd be taking a bus back home. To her, it would be believable. Or it could be 9:30 to 1:30, and I could take a bus back home, and it would be believable, and it'd be like nothing really happened. So yeah, I could basically tell her, hey, I did 9:30 to 1:30, or I did 10 to 2, or 11 to 3, and it would be believable. Not saying she won't find out though, because she probably will. I have a feeling something tells me something's been telling me she's going to stop at my job. She's going to stop at my job to pick something up for dinner. She might ask how I was today, and then say, "Oh, he was off." And then she might get on me about that. She might be like, "Well, why didn't you tell me?" And I'll just tell her, "Mom, this is your first full day back at work. This is my first opportunity to have the whole place to myself and do what I have to do." So it kind of works out in the end. It really does. But yeah, she doesn't know I'm off today because I didn't tell her and she didn't ask. But as crazy as that is, unfortunately I won't be able to use my laptop today either. The reason being is my laptop decided to take a crap on me. Yeah, my laptop down here, I don't know if you could see it. My laptop, which is now down here, decided to take a crap on me, and that's why I got this big bad boy out right now from the garage, because it's the only way I can get back on the internet. The reason being is because, like I said, my laptop decided to take a crap on me, and now I'm without a laptop at least till Thursday or Friday. I'm hoping it'll be Thursday because we're supposed to have our landlord stop by and look into some issues with the house that recently came up, and hopefully he'll take care of that. But hopefully it'll be at a time that's convenient. It won't be right in the morning. It'll be like, it could be right in the morning to where he's got to be here all day, or at least he's got to do this and that, and hopefully it won't be like that. I'm thinking our landlord's just going to look at the problems, assessate, or what's the word? He's going to look at the problems. He's going to assessate the problems, and he's going to figure out exactly what needs to be done. Because he even said because he even said to us on the phone that one of the problems we mentioned, I think in a sense he expected, because he had told the people that were constructing this house that he didn't want a certain form of pipe. In other words, he didn't want to. In other words, the piping that they put in for the sink wasn't the best piping. It's not the best in the world. It's not what was needed, but they still put it. So, yeah, basically he's going to look into that. He's going to look into other things like my door. He's going to look into that. He's going to look into my mom's screen door in her bedroom, stuff like that. So he's going to look into a lot of stuff and hopefully take care of it. like I said, hopefully take care of it. And we'll just go from there. But yeah, hopefully it won't be too late. What I'll probably have to do come Wednesday or something like that, maybe even today, is call up and get a dollar ride for about, I would say, 7 in the morning to Walmart, and then maybe get a dollar ride afterwards. I would say probably realistically get a dollar ride that goes from, I would say, because dollar rides take about 20 something minutes, so I would say 8:30 at least. So that gives me time to get a phone card, get my laptop, and go from there. So we'll have to wait and see what occurs. But yeah, like I was saying, speaking of laptops, mine finally decided to take a crap on me, which is why I got the big boy out now again. And my plan is, when I get the other laptop, is just to keep the big thing in the room, just in case something comes up again. You know, just have a backup. It's already hooked back up onto the internet, so I'm pretty good with that. But yeah, things are kind of back to normal now. You know, things are going to slowly get there. Like I said, my mom doesn't know I'm off. She'll probably find out later. You know, I was thinking about this before I came on live. That my mom's going to find out from a friend at work saying, "Hey, did you know your son's off today?" And she'll be like, "What are you talking about?" And her friend will be like, "Well, I was watching YouTube and his face came up with a live recommendation, so I checked it out, and he talked about being at home, being off today." So I don't know if she'll find out through that, or she'll find out by stopping at my job. I don't know what. But again, for all she knows, I could have done 10 to 3 today, or 10 to 2 today, or 11 to 3. She doesn't know. So, anyway, like I said, this right now is only temporary. It'll still be used on occasions, because it'll still be used just in case something comes up. But right now it's only temporary. But yeah, unfortunately my laptop decided to take a crap on me last night or yesterday, because what happened is the same thing that happened with the other laptop, the other streaming notebook. The fact that it was basically acting up. Because the one thing that gets me about these streaming notebooks is the fact that for some reason, we all know they come packed with McAfee's or some kind of antivirus program. And for some reason, they decide, that McAfee program or whatever kind of programs that are in addition to it decide to drain your laptop of its gigabytes or its megabytes. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a cat toot or Karoot or Karoot 2. I don't know what it is. I mean, some of them could be that. Some of them could be McAfee. I don't know. But for some odd reason, it's like these streaming notebooks decide to take a piss on you after a year or two of being operational, and after a year or two of the warranty coming to an end, as well as the McAfee thing coming to an end, all because of the fact that, I mean, here's the thing with these notebooks. Are they nothing more than money grabbers? They're good for a year and then they decide to take a piss on you? I don't know. I really can't say, and I really don't know. The point I'm getting at is, yeah, my HP notebook is history. Now, I could easily use my mom's, but I'm not going to do that. Because like I said, temporarily, I got this laptop, I got this big boy here, I got my Kindle, I'm good. As far as videos go, I'm good. As a matter of fact, last night I downloaded through the Google App Store, the Power Director Movie Maker here on this app, or here on this phone. So that when I want to do something similar to what I do with Movie Makers or whatever program I'm using, Power Director will let me do it. It also has a other app or a sister app called Action Director. So there you go. And I even used it yesterday to see how it works, and it works pretty well. The only thing is that might be annoying is you'll see the Power Director logo or something like that at the bottom of the thing, and that might get annoying after a while. That might get annoying. But anyway, I'm kind of working it out. I'm okay. The only thing about this is if I'm going to do videos similar to what I did on my laptop, and not worry about battery power, I'd have to have this plugged in all the time, or at least sitting down plugged in, you know what I'm saying? I'd have to have it like that. But yeah, for right now, for the next couple of days, I'm going to be without a laptop. But the one thing I've noticed is my mom doesn't use her laptop much. My sisters don't use their laptops much, unless it's for business and all that, and that's about it. So, but then again, my mom's supposed to get a freaking iPad from her job today for her work, so who's to say about that? But anyway, yeah, things just, things kind of hit a brick wall, if you know what I'm saying. A semi-brick wall, because I still have access to the internet. You know, it's like God told me, just go get your big boy right here and just be done with it. The only thing about this one is the Internet Explorer browser is outdated on this one. This is actually powered by Windows XP, not Windows 7 or 10. Because if I was to try to put Windows 7 or 10 on here, I'd have to wipe out everything. And I could do that. Honestly, I could, but I don't know what the effects would be in the end. Like I said, I don't know what the effects would be like in the end, but yeah, I could do that. I could do that, but we'll have to wait and see. But the point I'm making is things are slowly getting back to normal. As far as videos go, I'm still going to be doing a lot of videos in the next couple of days as far as fan vids go, because I'm still going to do Sonic fan vids, believe it or not. It may seem strange, but I'm still going to do them. I'm going to do Sonic fan vids. I'm still going to do topical animated girl profiles. Because the one thing with this big boy is I can probably do, I'm still able to do audio videos and all that through them. And I'm able to get them either into high definition, or at least I can go online to something like Online Convert and do it in high def there as well, or even 4K for all I know. But yeah, unfortunately, like I said, my streaming notebook finally decided to come to a crawl. He finally decided to come to an end, and it's really not much I can do, you know. It's like my mom said, God has a reason for a lot of things, and like I said, it's just convenient that it happened the week I'm going to get paid, so hopefully even with the money that's going to be taken out due to overdrafts, I'll have enough to do what I got to do. I've already looked at the computer I want. It's $80 less at my job than it is online, surprisingly. Or is it vice versa? I have to look again. And I'm going to go for that and see what happens. So, really, that's all I can say on this channel update. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But yeah, things are back to normal, or starting to get back to normal now. To the point that I can actually, on days off, or even on days before I go to work, before days I go into work, I can try to do videos without interruption. Because you see, that was the one thing. Like I said, I was surprised I had the days off that I was given the time to myself that I was over the summer. Either it was days off or just short days of work or whatever. I was kind of surprised I had that time to myself, but then again, God blesses you in many ways. And, you know, like I said, I was surprised to have that 6 or so days to myself during the summer. But like I said, the only thing about those days is I knew the time was limited. I mean, I know my time's limited here. Don't get me wrong. I know my time is limited when my mom's at work. Don't get me wrong. But it's not as limited as I would expect, thankfully. You know, it's not like it's as limited. Because I know what her schedule is. I know what times she goes in and what time she gets off. So that kind of, you know, kind of works in my favor. But then again, I kind of work a similar schedule. So I'm not to say anything. The only difference, so I shouldn't really say anything. The only difference is I don't have to travel over the Altamont or anything to get to work. And thank God, you know, God's watching over her and keeping her protected while she's doing that. But the point I'm getting at is, even though I had that time, they were always limited. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I thought I was going to have a lot of time to myself. That didn't happen, because what happened instead? What happened instead is my mom gets home almost an hour or so after church because her car got fixed on immediately in the morning. So I'm assuming that anyway. But yeah, she's got a car now and she's happy about that. And if you hear any noise outside, like a weed whacker or anything, it's our gardener. He comes every Monday, or every other Monday, and does gardening. But the point, like I'm trying to say, is things are kind of back to normal, starting to get back to normal. And hopefully after Thursday or maybe Friday, depending, I'll be able to have a laptop and be able to do live videos through that and stuff when the time is right. So that's really all I'm going to say, folks. Let me know what you think down below, though. Thank you all for watching live. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Again, let me know down below what you think. I'm sorry if I sounded like I rambled on. It is early in the morning, so. And expect maybe a 4K version of this video to come your way down the line later today, maybe sooner. But that's all I'm going to say right now, folks. So, but again, that's what's going on with this channel. Things, like I said, are getting semi back to normal. You're going to see videos again of reviews of comic issues. You're going to see possibly reviews of figures and stuff like that down the line. So hopefully things won't be as bad. Hopefully my computer, the laptop I get in the future, won't be a shell of what it was or anything like that, or won't be a lemon or anything. So let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like, and I will talk to y'all later. God bless. Take care. I am out.